Hi, You Can Heal family. It's me. It's your coach Shena here. Back together again to get some good information from Mr. T.D. Jakes from our book Destiny. So I have been inspired. Yes, I have. I have been inspired because I spent the last probably 45 minutes looking through some comments. And they just touched my little heart. They really did. They touched my heart. And um, I'm just so thankful for the things that I was reading. And yeah, it's pretty late actually. Usually I'm trying to do this between 10 and 10:30, but it's 11:30. But I was going to read anyways before I went to bed. So I said, let me go ahead and read. Um, there's like 8 more chapters left in chapter 3 of our book, but I think I'm just going to read like 4 or 5 of those and see how we do. So if you don't have this book, go ahead and like a video or somehow say a prayer or support TD Jakes in some way just to give back. And yeah, I feel a little bit blessed. I oh gosh, I was in Walmart the other night and I ran into a woman who was in, hi Lisa, who was in a small group that I ran for Celebrate Recovery. And I saw her. And you know, when you're going down the aisle in the store and you see someone and you're like, oh, do I really want to talk? But I did. I stopped. I stopped and we chatted for a minute. And she gave me her email and she was just really happy to see me. And the comments and the things she said about when I ran the small group compared to how it's going now, not that she was knocking what was happening, but she just said she really missed me. So tonight, when I opened up the chapter, there's a comment in here from November 6th of 2018 that refers to um, that small group, but also a program that I began in that church called Women Growing in Grace. And it's still running strong today because the woman in Walmart was telling me that she had just left a group that they had had. So I I was like, wow, that just made me feel really good. Like it's still going strong, and it was a really great thing that we had got started, and it's still going. So that totally blessed me. And Tracy Ann, I knew you would pop on. I knew you would. I could just feel it in my bones, right? I could tell. And I was just saying how I was reading the comments that you guys had because I hadn't commented in a couple days, and they really blessed me. They really did. My sisters, you're so faithful. So tonight we're gonna read chapter 3, and I say I'm not gonna read it all because it's like 8 pages, but I think I'm gonna do at least the first 4 for sure. So if you don't have any questions or comments, we'll just get started and pray to God that this doesn't fall down. If this is your first time watching, my name is Shena Major. Now, why is my daughter texting me? Oh, 6:45. All right, she's texting me because she has a volleyball tournament. Sister moderator. I know Tracy and the little moderator. She's so good too. She's so good. She's so good at it. All right, so here we go. Chapter 3 of T.D. Jakes' book, Destiny. Oh, I was saying my name is Shena Major. And if this is your first time, we do tuck-in time. Usually between 10 and 10:30, 10:45, but it's 11:30, so just take it. And I read to you and you fall asleep. And if it's in the morning where you are, or the afternoon, maybe I don't know, it's a time for you to just wind down a little bit and relax. So without further ado, here we go. Acquire the skill of guiltless prioritization. So that title sounds like a lot, but let's see what Mr. Jakes has for us. Destiny is a deliberate pursuit. To position yourself toward destiny, you will, of necessity, have to understand that certain actions, behaviors, and relationships are essential, as opposed to things that are tangential. You can invest yourself in many good things that have nothing to do with arriving at your destiny. Oh my goodness. And I underlined that back then. So that's good. You, oh, where are we? If you want to be a radiologist, you can become a hospital volunteer and do great work helping people, but volunteering won't help you pass MCATs, get you accepted into medical school, or help you make good grades once you get in. You can associate with many good people, but if they are wandering aimlessly through life and encouraging you to chill and stop stressing about the future, you may want to rethink your associations. Your best friend from high school may be a distraction from destiny. Your old buddy from the military may be a deterrent to destiny. The crowd from your job that invites you to hang out with them after work may be interfering with your destiny. The boyfriend who demands all your time and wants you to have no outside interest may be standing in the way of destiny. My voice sounds funny to me. Hold on. The difficulty with setting priorities sometimes rests in the fact that most of us have been conditioned to help others and to not be selfish in life. People can sometimes try to make you feel guilty for saying no to them because what they want is not what you have prioritized. It is not selfish to prioritize life to fulfill destiny. It's actually the most selfless thing you can do. God has an appointment for you to serve humanity in the greatest way possible for you. Therefore, you owe it to yourself, to others, and to the Creator to prioritize your life in preparation for destiny. Oh, now this is good. Prioritize your life in preparation for destiny. We can look back over our day and over our week and find out how serious we are about our destiny. And this is my thought right now. I can look back at my day and close my eyes and think about what I did this week and what was my priority based on what I accomplished and what got done. And sometimes we have to look at that. And this sentence is a huge reminder for me of that. And I hope it is for you too. Because he said you owe it to yourself and to others and to the Creator to prioritize your life in preparation for destiny. Coach Shena. Okay. Okay, girls. What are we talking about? Them hairstyles. The hairstyles in rotation. Yeah, Lisa called me out on that one video that she did about changing it up. So I'm trying to be a little more adventurous these days. Since I stopped wearing the wig, you can hide behind that wig because you can plait your hair up under that thing and not have to think about your hair. But now that I'm wearing my hair, it's a whole nother thing. Okay? It really is. So where are we? Life is full of distractions, some positive, some menacing. So prioritizing your life keeps you on track, and simplifies the cutting away process when circumstances or people attempt to divert you from your goal. Determine your priorities and write them down. Writing is a powerful tool because you can go back to what you've written and see if you're still on the right course. Some of life's distractions can't be helped. It's possible, it's possible to become legitimately sidetracked when we are moving toward destiny. Having a child can cause you to reprioritize for a time so that you can give care and attention to the baby. A parent or other loved one may become ill and need ongoing care. It's understandable that you will have to take care of a loved one, and no child or ill loved one should be made to feel guilty because of those circumstances. Prioritizing your life means owning your vision for destiny. That's good. Owning your vision for destiny. It's yours and no one else's. So order your life to accomplish what you desire. And then I wrote a note, God put the desire there. This sentence is really good. This part of it, the last part. Order your life, Lisa and Tracy Ann, to accomplish what you desire. So just close your eyes and think, what is it that you really desire for your life? What is it that you really want? And then start prioritizing your life in such a way that you accomplish those things. Human beings must be in order to function as the effective, influential, capable creatures God created. As you take ownership of destiny, you will become comfortable with determining the steps, actions, and people who support your vision. That's good too. As you take ownership of destiny, and remember, it's up to us. It's up to you. No one's gonna do it for you. We have to take ownership of destiny, and you will become comfortable with determining the steps, actions, and people who support your vision. Not everyone's going to understand, so get over that. Mom and daddy may not get it. Your twin brother may not get it. Your business partner may not get it. It's not their vision, so don't expect them to understand. God didn't give it to them, so they can't see what God has shown you. They don't feel excitement coursing through their veins when you talk about the vision. Frankly, they just don't get it. Some people can be downright discouraging. What are you wasting your time with that for? Are you still fooling with that mess? Aren't you ready to give that up by now? Because they can't see your vision, people can get you off track, even if they don't directly express opposition to your vision. They don't mean to, but they just have other plans for your time and for your life. Oh, now that's a word. Other people have other plans for your time and for your life. Now, this happened to me today. I had to go, I think I was off to pick up my daughter, but instead of taking the courtyard sidewalk to the right, I went to the left so I could pop something in the mail. And one of my neighbors, who's known for talking a lot, if you get caught at the mailbox with him, you will get stuck at the mailbox. And this reminds me, like, people want to prioritize your time. And it's so true. And I had to really be mindful, and I had to remember not to be rude to my neighbor, but to remember that I needed to leave, be pulling out at a certain time to get to where I needed to go. And just because he wanted to tell me something, I had to realize that what I needed to do, I had to prioritize over what he had to say. And I had to cut him short. But I think he still felt validated when I left. But I totally understand what TD Jakes is saying here about people want to prioritize your time. So now I got to figure out where I am. Hold on. Okay. I said they don't mean to, but they just have other plans for your time and for your life, especially for your life. My goodness, all those, all those situationships. I tell you, they definitely had plans for my life because it benefited them. Your sister wants you to buy a timeshare with her. Your wife thinks you should coach Little League. Your child's teacher is begging you to run for PTA president. Your fraternity brother wants you to set aside some money and accompany him to the next national convention. Other people have no problem putting demands on your time, but you don't have time for what's on their agenda because you are stretching yourself towards destiny. This is so good. Other people have no problem putting demands on your time. We've got to be able to speak up for ourselves, and say, hey, I woke up with the intention on getting A, B, and C done today. I cannot take the phone call. You see the phone call coming through, you have to be disciplined enough to let the voicemail get it. Or, we really do. Or you're going to get distracted. We'll get distracted and we won't accomplish the things that we really need to do in order to pursue our destiny. It says you can spend your time doing great things. That's what makes prioritizing essential. We can do great things to help other people, our community, our church, or even our family members. But prioritizing helps you recognize whether you can invest time and energy in such great deeds apart from your vision. Prioritization keeps you from allowing others to distract your attention from pursuing destiny. We got to get these distractions out of the way. Yeah, it is so easy to get distracted. My goodness. Time wasters. I just talked about this. Yeah, I saw the video. I liked it already. I have to go back and watch it still, Lisa. You will never reach your destiny if you cannot stay focused on your true priorities. Now I have a lot of things highlighted on these 2 pages, and it's hitting hard again. It's like I can't run from these things that God's put inside of me. My Lord. What is it, 1890? Yeah, 4 years later. My God. You will never reach your destiny if you cannot stay focused on your true priorities. Does that mean you should fail to provide adequately for your family because you are pursuing your dream? Okay, I'm never going to get through this chapter, so now I gotta laugh because this is what I was talking about in my car today when I recorded that video. Like my children are sucking a lot of my time. These kids take up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And I'm like, I'm a woman. I'm not just your mother. Like I'm a whole person with dreams and goals and aspirations. But when you have children, you have children. So I have to respect the season I'm in with these kids. And thank God blessings leaving the house next year. But I still have friends. So I have to be mindful of that because I have to prepare them as much as possible. So when they're out in the world, they will remember the name of the Lord and call upon him. So I have to remember that. But yeah. Okay, so does that mean you should fail to provide adequately for your family because you are pursuing your dream? Certainly not. Failing to support your family because you are consumed with the selfish pursuit of a dream is unconscionable. It doesn't mean you get a pass from keeping a roof over your children's heads. It does mean that for a while, family vacations may be 3-day road trips to a nearby amusement park instead of a week in Hawaii. I've seen people become intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, financially, or professionally near death. They live and work on life support. They exist rather than live. Yes, they have some happy moments, but these are few. Have you ever spent time around a terminally ill person? As a person transitions to eternity, she experiences brief moments of awareness and brief moments of joy. She does not have the energy to engage life. I know people who are alive but have no life in them. The light of life has gone out or never even been kindled because they failed to prioritize and missed opportunities. When you see people miss opportunities, it helps you understand the importance of establishing priorities. Vocalists who are serious about a singing career know they have to pursue it while they're young because rarely do record companies sign artists over age 30. If singers miss that opportunity during their youth, they may never get it again. That's not to say other opportunities won't come, but no matter how many chances people get, if they have not prioritized their lives for destiny, they will simply keep missing out on possibilities. Now that's interesting. And I'm sure I've missed out on some possibilities. And if you feel like that, and maybe you don't, but if you do, that's okay because you're tuning in, you're listening to this reading, you saw what the thumbnail said it was about, and it interests you, and you're here and you're listening. So, don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, the next session the next section in this chapter says, are you living evidence of an ordered life? Oh God. And then right here in the margin, I wrote my chaotic marriage. Good Lord. I just look back and 2018 was it was a horrible year. It was a horrible year. My life was out of control. Absolutely out of control. That was the year I finally got bold and I said, if you don't leave the house, ex-husband, I'm just packing up my kids and I'll leave. I will figure it out. And I was doing that. I was taking steps. I had a whole new place lined up to live. I really did. I had it. Oh, my life was chaotic. So let's see what Mr. Jakes has to say. Growing up, I would often hear folks in church say, God does things decently and in order. I didn't really know what it meant back then, but I do now. God's purpose for your life cannot manifest in the midst of chaos. I circled it then, and I would circle it again now. You can't reach the place you were destined to be if you're constantly getting sidetracked. You cannot reach your life purpose when everything in your life is undisciplined, distracted, and disordered. That's so true. So now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I was in my kitchen opening a drawer or two. That in my kitchen, there's a drawer on my left, the far left, and the far right, and stuff just lands there. And I'm like, I need to clean these out. And just little things like that, I do. So this is what it reminds me of. Now, if this is your first time listening, and when I read out loud, I tend to sometimes think of something or something is triggered in my thoughts or my mind, and I say it. So you have to take it and just bear with me. And hopefully, as I'm processing things, you can be learning something or it might trigger something for you as well. But any disorder is disorder. And like sometimes I think, oh, that cabinet, it's no big deal. But yes, it is a big deal because every time I open it and look at it, my brain registers this is messy. And I don't, we shouldn't want that. So I'm going to commit right now live on this reading that I'm going to organize those two drawers this weekend. And they are junk drawers, basically, but they could still be orderly in some kind of way. Things just keep landing there. All right, so anywho, let's keep going. The next paragraph says, one dictionary definition for disorderly is messy. Now, did I just not say that word? My God. Now, that's an example of confirmation. and how God speaks to us, because I use that word messy. And I thought about it as I said it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on live and I'm a life coach and I just admitted something's messy. But listen, I'm just a regular person too. And what am I trying to say? Sometimes God will reveal stuff or speak to us in ways that are just regular. And for me, that just happened in real time for me right there. So you got to witness that. Isn't that good? Have you ever felt like your life is a mess? Your life is not a mess because of situations beyond your control. Your life is a mess because you have failed to prioritize the handling of those situations. Yep, when we ignore things, it just gets messier and messier. All right, we got to handle it. We've got to stop ignoring the mess. When you prioritize the important things in your life, people who are not good for you do not receive your attention. All your time is needed for your priorities. The friend who's encouraging you to cheat on your husband will get cut loose when your marriage is a priority. So will the buddy who thinks life is all about being a slacker when destiny is your priority. The boss who threatens to fire you if you don't lie in your report will be part of your past when your integrity is a priority. Habits that hinder you from destiny get overcome. The drug abuse, the shopping addiction, the gossiping habit. What will not support your journey to destiny gets cut loose unapologetically. If you feel guilty about setting your priorities and cutting loose hindrances, you may not make it to destiny. Now, this might be hard for a lot of people. We cannot feel guilty about setting our priorities and cutting loose hindrances. What's that song, pushing every hindrance aside out of my way? I want to know you, Lord. I want to go towards you. And we got to let go. We've got to let go of things. We got to cut things loose that are slowing us down or keeping us distracted. Now, in the margin in 2018, I wrote eating the wrong things. I wrote sleeping in. I wrote cleaning out closets. I wrote, oh God, laziness, habits of old thinking, being of, I can't make that out. Something has no vision or goal. So anyways, in the margin, I was just writing things that I had to deal with. I had to stop. I had to get a handle on those things. And it was a work in progress. My goodness. All right. Are you still with me? I've seen talented people fail to reach their full potential because they cannot set priorities. They are afraid of hurting someone's feelings. Well, if we could all raise our hand, who's done that? And who's been afraid of that? And when we do that, we're just hurting ourselves, but everybody else is taken care of. And we are left hurting. We're running around concerned about everyone else. And we're not doing what we need to do for ourselves. They don't want anyone to be mad at them. They want to be accepted by people who don't even matter. They are afraid to make destiny more important than peer pressure. A few years ago, a number of news and magazine shows told the story of Ted Williams, dubbed the homeless man with the golden voice. Ted was blessed with a speaking voice sent from heaven. After taking off on a promising career in radio, Ted's priorities got skewed. He got sidetracked by drugs and alcohol. After years of homelessness and addiction, a Columbus, Ohio videographer filmed Ted and his golden voice begging on the streets. The video went viral and Ted was inundated with offers for voiceover work in television, in radio, and on the internet. People were donating to a special website created for him because they didn't want to see his great talent go to waste. Always remember, people love to get behind a winner. Even in this age of skepticism and mistrust, people are still willing to give, to support, and to provide a leg up to people to see them be the best they can be. I remember that story. I remember watching that on the news about Ted Williams, and it was encouraging. It really was. His voice was golden, and only God can give a voice like that. I wonder, I don't know what happened to him. I wonder what happened. All right, we've just got two more paragraphs to go, and then we'll stop. I've got a lot of things written here too. So it says, Ted's melodious voice and natural talent were not enough to steer him toward the place he longed to be as a young college student. Somehow he aligned himself with activities and people and situations that shifted his promising career downward. His talent was not enough to save him from a lack of priorities and the poor choices that result. Now that's a really interesting sentence. His talent was not enough. So we could have all the talent and skill, but if we have no discipline, if we can't prioritize, if we can't stop putting other people before, you know, our priorities, it's going to result in poor choices. It's going to result in not getting the job done. When your life is not in order, you feel discomfort. A little piece of lint in your eye can give you unbelievable pain. A few grains of sand stuck down in your carburetor can jam up the entire engine. When you conduct your life haphazardly without prioritization, you have disease caused by unimportant things taking the place of what is important to your destiny. Oh, wow, that's good. When you conduct your life haphazardly without prioritization, you have disease caused by unimportant things taking the place of what is important to your destiny. So we could do a little exercise. You could write down, what things did you do today that were important, reaching towards your destiny, and what things had absolutely nothing to do with your destiny. And be surprised with what you come up with. And even just thinking, I can think of just one little thing today when I was in the car, actually driving to get friend from school. Before I made that video, I sure did. I ate that cookie, that McDonald's chocolate chip cookie. So yeah, that's one of my favorite things. I love sweets. But that's not helping me with what my destiny is as far as my health. But the good news is I only ate one cookie because 3 come in a pack. So it was better. It was much better today. So that's just a really tiny example, but we've got to be able to think, before we do something is this decision I'm about to make, is this thing I'm about to do or say, or place I'm about to go, or person I'm going to hang out with, is it moving me toward my destiny? So this was really good. I hope you enjoyed this live tonight. And honestly, sometimes I forget I'm on this camera reading and I'm just talking. But this is me. This is who I am. This is who God made me. So you got to take it or leave it. Now, you don't have to keep watching. You don't have to keep listening. But if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed our time together, go ahead and like the video, share it, listen to it again, subscribe, get adventurous, and even hit the notification bell so you know when I'm having another talk-in time. So the next time we'll be back together. We're still in chapter 3, and the next section is called Ordering Your Life Takes Time. So that should be good. That should give everybody a little breathing room. That nothing happens overnight. Amen. Things take time. So there you have it. There you have it. We're all set. So with that being said, thank you for joining me, Tracy and Elisa. You guys were in the comments. I appreciate it. Um, time wasters. I just talked about this. Okay, Lisa said, wow, that's good. Tracy Ann said, I think I dozed off and dropped the phone. Well, Tracy Ann, as long as you didn't get hurt, it's all good. So you're so welcome, Tracy Ann. You're so welcome. Thanks for spending time with me. Lisa probably fell asleep. God bless her little heart. All right, always remember that true healing begins with self-love. Why? Because our great, great God um, lives on the inside of you. Yes, he does. He loves you very much. Talk soon. See you later.